Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new training series. So today is the 9th of June and it's been about a month since I ran the Copenhagen Marathon, and in that time, since race day, I've also raced the Hackney Half Marathon and ran an unsupported ultra run. So as you can expect, I've given myself a few weeks to recover. It's now, the 9th of June. I've also been deciding what marathon I'm going to run in the second half of this year. So I nearly entered the Nice-Cannes Marathon in the south of France, but that sold out. So I'm looking for a marathon around October, November time, because my next race on the calendar is the big half marathon and I really want to give it a good go. So since the marathon, I've had enough time to look back and reflect on the training block as a whole, and ultimately I think it was a pretty good one. You know, I PB'd in the 5k, I PB'd in the half marathon, I didn't PB in the 10k, but then I didn't run a 10k race, so I never had a chance. And in the marathon itself, I didn't quite think I was in PB shape, but I thought I was close to PB shape, and I ran pretty strong until the 39k mark. So I don't think the training block ultimately was too bad. However, when I think about the individual workouts that I did throughout the training block, I really struggled with the top end speed work. So what I'd like to change going into the next one really is to increase that top end speed. All that to say, I think I need more time between my 5k pace and my marathon pace for me to feel more comfortable on race day. I really want to be getting into the 18s, maybe low 18s for a 5k and closer to 125 for that half marathon. So that's the goal. Whether we can get there in 12 weeks, I'm not sure, but I will be giving it a try. So today's Monday, I'm out for an easy run. I'm out along the Waterlink Way and I'm going to run about 8k and turn around and run back. And the weather is perfect for running. There we go, that's the turnaround, just over 8k. Now we're heading home. Gonna finish this run up and then I'll talk to you tomorrow for the first workout of the block. Let's go. And it's Tuesday and I'm back for what will be my first session in a good long time. So since Copenhagen, I've done one session since race day, and that was a shortish session running sort of 400 meter repeats, and that was about 2 weeks ago now. So I've not done any hard running really since then, and obviously during the taper and the build up to the race, the load is going down all the time really, so you can add another week on that where I didn't really do any sessions, maybe 2, so it's probably been about 6, maybe 7 weeks since a hard session. And yeah, the one on the plan for tonight is not going to be easy, even if I was fully in the swing of things. The plan for tonight is a progression run where I'm on a little warm up now, and then it's 3k at 4:30, 3k at 4:15, which is about my marathon pace, ideally. Then 3k at 4:05, which is around my half marathon pace, and then 2k quicker than that with the 2k warm up and the 2k cool down. So yeah, pretty tough session. 15k in total, of which 11k is at effort. So jumping straight back into the tough workouts. So we'll see how it goes. If I find myself struggling, you know, I'm not afraid to pull the pin and call the session there. I only really want, you know, 6k of effort, but jumping straight in with 11k, it's quite a lot to ask for, so we will see. Trying to be realistic. This is where the workout is going to start. So I'm going to do a few dynamic stretches and then we'll get going. All right, here we go. First rep, 3k at 4:30 per kilometre. Let's go. All right, we are coming up to the end of the first 3k. So now we're gonna kick down 15 seconds a k faster to 4:15. Straight into 4:15 per kilometre, up the hill on the loop. Oh, let's see. It's gonna be tough. Here we go. Alright, coming to the end of a 3k at 4:15 per kilometre. I'm already struggling. I'm going to try and hang on for as long as I can, but I got a feeling this session's going to end in the next section. So, let's see. Guys, I think I've got about 1 kilometre left in me. That was a 4:06. Holding on for now. Come on, one more and I'll be happy. Let's go. Here we go. And that's where I'm calling the workout. So there we go. Not quite the workout that was on the plan. I ended up running 8k of effort in total. So I did 3k at 4:30, 3k at 4:15, and then 2k at about 4:05. I tried to pick it up in that last kilometre to run under 4 minutes. Ended up running slower. Not quite what was on the plan, but not bad for a first workout, so glad to get back to it. And now I've got 2k jog cool down, and I'll see you tomorrow for an easy run. See you then. All right, it is now Wednesday. I'm out for an easy run. So tonight on the cards we've got 16k or 10 miles at an easy pace. I'm trying to focus on keeping my heart rate in zone 2, not running too quick, but also not running too slow. Reflecting back on the training block, like I said the other day, I do feel like I was running quite a lot in recovery zone and not really in zone 2. So maybe running a bit slow on my ECAs. So that's what I'm focusing on for tonight. I'm just 4.4 kilometres into the run. I've made it to Southwark Park. I'm heading around to Tower Bridge and then back to Greenwich. So, I'm gonna crack on. Weather's perfect, so I'm gonna enjoy this run. Let's go. Right, there we go. We're back in Greenwich. That's 10 miles easy, done for Wednesday. So I'll see you tomorrow for another workout. See you then. Hello and welcome to Thursday, the second workout of the week. So tonight's workout, we're back in Greenwich Park. Slightly different to the workout on Tuesday, which was a long effort. Tonight it's short reps, 400 meters times 8 with a break in between, and then we're doing it again. So 16 400s in total. I'm just on a 4.5k warm-up, so I'm going to get over to where I start the reps and then we'll get started. Let's go. All right, here we go. Warm up done. Roll into the first 400 meters. Here we go. There we go, guys. Halfway through the session, I'm averaging about 3:45 per kilometre for the reps. I'd like it to be a little bit quicker, but I'm conscious of the fact that it's just my first week back to training, so I'll take what I can get. Like I said, the heart rate's getting nice and high, so that's the most important thing. Just keep getting sweat in my eyes. Very hot and humid tonight, so that's a factor as well. But yeah, 8 more reps to go, so gonna lock in, get these done, and I'll catch up with you at the end. There we go, 16 by 400 done. I was really trying towards the end to get my heart rate almost as high as possible. I just couldn't get it to go above 171. Maybe that's my max heart rate. That would kind of explain why my heart rate during my easy runs is so low. But yeah, 171 was the max I could get out of myself today. But yeah, the pace was kind of there. Oh, that's my cool down finishing. The pace was kind of there. I was running around 3:45 per kilometre pace, maybe a tiny bit slower on some reps. But you know, like I said, it's really hot. I'm absolutely soaking wet, and my first speedier workout back since the marathon, so since about 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. And yeah, I'm not running doubles this block, so I did a slightly longer warm-up, 4.5k, and I've got a slightly longer cool down, about 4k. So yeah, I'm going to get started on that 4k cool down jog, and then I'll see you tomorrow for another easy run. See you then. Good morning. So it's now Saturday morning. I took a rest day yesterday on Friday, and now I'm just out for a little easy 5k jog on Saturday morning. I'm not going to park run because it's really hot and I don't want to run too fast. Just keeping it local, run around Greenwich Park, and yeah, going to keep it nice and easy, short 5k run, and then we'll be done for Saturday. So just about 2k in, and yeah, tomorrow deciding how far I'm going to run on the long run. I'm thinking about a half marathon distance, but yeah, I haven't made my mind up yet. I'll take a look at how far I've run so far this week and then base it off that, because I don't want to run too fast. My first week proper back training, so I don't want to go too far and increase my distance too quickly. So I'm gonna head down to the river, finish this run up, then I'll see you tomorrow. Hello everyone and welcome to Sunday's long run. Today I'm back on the Waterlink Way. Nice traffic free route that I ran earlier this week, and the plan for these long runs in this block, I want at least half marathon distance. As the block goes on I might chuck some pace work into it, but yeah, I want to be running at least 21k, and then as the block progresses, I'll be looking for about 24k, working it up to about 15 miles. So I've just left the Waterlink Way, so I'm just heading over to Beckenham Place Park because I want to try out the park run there one day, as it's a single lapper, which is very rare in London. And I've just stumbled across, not sure if you can see that behind me, what looks like Crystal Palace training ground. So for any of you Palace fans, this is where they train. I'm just over 10k into the run, still moving well. Just had my first gel about 2 or so k ago, and the sun's come back out from behind a cloud, so I'm doing my best to run in the shade, but I haven't drunk enough water, so I'll get some more water down and then we should be all right. Right, there we go, made it to Beckenham Place Park. It's a bit of a hill to get up here, but I'm now going to run a lap and then head back. There we go, one lap of the park, done. Now I'm heading back to the Waterlink Way and back home. So the park run course does look pretty tough. It's got a tough uphill finish, and it's also about 10k away from home. So I do want to do it because it's a single lapper, but I'll probably have to work it in to a long run with some efforts in the middle, as it's not going to be a 5k PB anyway because of the terrain. But yeah, something I want to give a go, so keep your eyes peeled, maybe be on the channel in a few weeks. Alright, there we go, that is 21.1k done for the day, all in zone 2, all nice and easy, and that is week 1 of half marathon training done. So this week I've run 87 kilometers, which is not bad for my first week back to training. 2 workouts and a long run. And yeah, the week's gone pretty well. On this run I've also been making my mind up as to what races I think I'm going to enter towards the second half of this year, in terms of what marathon races that is. Keyword races, plural. So I'm going to get home, see if they're still available to be booked, and if so I'll let you know next week. And with that, all that's left to say is, if you've stayed until the end, then thank you very much for watching, and And if you've liked this video, please leave a like down below and I'll be very grateful as it helps me to grow the channel. And if you want to follow along as we build towards the big half later this year and beyond, then please hit subscribe and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye bye.